What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Big Boss Dog 420 channel on YouTube.com. I'm an RKJ, and welcome. This is a controversial video. Was suggested to me by Courageous Pika. Hope I said your name right. 220. This is 10 disturbing facts that prove Chris Benoit is innocent. I don't know if he's innocent or not. There's only really one person can really tell you, and that's the one above. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe anything the media tells me, hardly. I really don't, because they had shit nobody really knows for sure. I just know I liked him as a wrestler. I really did. I thought he was one of the best wrestlers. But it is fucked up if he did do what he did. But I always will like him as a professional performer. One of the best wrestlers ever. Well, anyway, here we go.
Now, it's no secret what exactly happened between the Benoit family during the last 2 days on this earth. However, some people still refuse to believe that is how Chris Benoit, Daniel Benoit and Nancy Benoit went out of this world. Some may say they was murdered, some may not, but I have collected 10 facts that could potentially prove Chris Benoit's innocence. 10. Over the years, the police were unable to find the phone call used by Benoit and are also unable to find the needles that Benoit apparently used in order to eject the steroids into his body. The police have since turned the phone of Benoit off. If Benoit texts Chavo on the Sunday, then where has he gone? Benoit was not hanging from the weight machine. Benoit's suicide was ghastly and required a lot of physical strength. He lifted hundreds of pounds that were connected to the weight bench, tied the rope around his neck and let them drop. However, when the police discovered the bodies of Chris Benoit, his wife and their son, despite Benoit hanging himself, he was not hanging from the machine, he was slumped up against it instead. There was white cloth around Chris Benoit's neck. If Chris was so determined to end his own life and planned to do it via hanging, why would he care if his neck was bruised? It makes no sense as to why Benoit would place a white cloth around his neck to prevent any bruising when he knew that he was going to take his own life anyway. Why protect himself from a bit of marking when he knew he was going out of this world anyway? It seems almost pointless. 7. Chavo Guerrero states that Chris Benoit was worried about something. Chavo Guerrero has said in interviews that around the time Benoit took his own life, he seemed worried about something, but he was not able to get him to open up about what it was. Benoit started taking alternate routes to and from work and then back to his house because Chris and Nancy felt someone was following them. Chris's friends and colleagues felt that he was being paranoid. Now that just seems a little bit weird in himself, that Benoit felt it was being followed, and then not long after, he was dead. 6. Drugs were in his system. The toxicology confirmed that Chris had hydrocodone painkiller, Sanet, I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but it's anti-anxiety drugs, and he had both of those in his system. These two drugs combined will sedate Chris and make him very sleepy, so he could not fight back. It seems as if someone almost wanted Benoit to not be able to fight back. Very creepy. Chris's body was badly decomposed, about the same as Nancy's. This showed he died sooner than Sunday. If he died around the same time as Nancy, then why has it been reported that he died days after his family did? Why is it never being looked further into the fact that he did not actually die on the Sunday as reported? 4. The medical examiner claimed Benoit died on the Saturday. In a follow-up from the last point, okay, so if it was determined that Benoit actually died on the Saturday, then who was it who texted Chavo Guerrero on the Sunday? Furthermore, why would Chris text Chavo his house address when Guerrero knew exactly where he lived already? He had previously spent the weekend at his house. That just does not add up to me. 3. The death of Nancy Benoit was posted on Wikipedia 14 hours before the bodies were discovered. Now, this is creepy and it's just not made sense at all. How could a death be posted on Wikipedia hours before the police even discovered the bodies? Allegedly, it was just some fan who guessed the news and posted it on Wikipedia. He apologised for it later and said it was just a coincidence. It's a very strange coincidence to me that someone would report it, and that it doesn't seem believable that it could actually happen all by coincidence. 2. Chavo states that Benoit sounded like he was saying "I love you" forcefully. After Chavo managed to reach Chris on his cell phone, he noted that Benoit sounded very odd, groggy and very tired. He states that Benoit said, "I love you, Chavo." He said that while Benoit had said it in the past, he said this time sounded very forced. Chavo also added that when Chris reached out to tell him that Nancy and Daniel were sick, he did not sound himself. Benoit sounded very groggy and forcefully said, "I love you." Chavo Guerrero heard a scuffle at the door during a phone call. Chavo explained to WWE Magazine in an interview that he spoke to Chris on the Friday night on the house phone, and about 45 minutes into the conversation, Benoit said there was a knocking on the door and he was going to go see who it was. Shortly after Benoit answered the door, he heard a scuffle, then the phone went dead. Chris could only be reached on his cell phone hours later. This could explain why there was no forced entry, because Benoit let them in. What did you think to this top 10 video? Did you enjoy it? I meant no disrespect to the Benoit family, of course. It was just 10 facts that could potentially prove its innocence. Do you believe Chris Benoit is innocent? Do you not? Let me know your comments down below, and let me know your suggestions for future top 10 videos. Thanks for watching.
Well, guys, that was my reaction to it. Like what I said before the video, I do not condone anybody choking out their kids or killing your wife or whatever and stuff like that. But it is pretty interesting. In some ways, my opinion, in some ways I believe he didn't do it. But I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Nobody will ever know. It's a sad situation, though. Rest in peace to Nancy Benoit's family and everything. Rest in peace to you, Chris Benoit. Like what I said, I liked him as a wrestler. I liked him as a performer and a wrestling talent. But it is kind of screwed up and fucked up if he did do that to his family. I don't condone any of that. And if he did do it, he needs to rot in hell. Just my opinion. But if he didn't, nobody really knows. Nobody will really know. Guys, on this video, let me know if you believe he did it or not. I mean, just let me know. Just leave a comment. Let's have a discussion about it and everything. And I really don't like doing reactions stuff like this, but I did. Guys, I will see you in the next one. Peace, guys. Love y'all. Later. Peace, guys.